respect that for those of us who are not in the armed forces, we have very high regards for your command, the Navy Force. You are very refined people, very educated personnel. But this oil theft seems to have, to a large extent, tarnished the image of the Navy Force. Because to an average Nigerian, this your argument is unknown to him, even to some of us. And it means that you have not really forcefully explained the situation of what is really happening in the oil industry. To an average Nigerian, it is the Navy. Because how do you explain when we have to recruit people to police our coastal line? When you now get another group of informal force, or I don't know how to put it, to now be policing the coastal line, it's the direct indictment of the Navy. To us, the Navy has failed because they say, oh, the Navy has not performed. Now, this argument you have brought is a serious argument. It's something that we'll still find a way of reasoning on the floor of the Senate. Last week, we were discussing, I think, the budget, and I was asking, who are the people who are stealing crude oil?
Legal and illegal.
It's not the man on the street. So if it's not the members of the armed forces that are into theft of our crude oil, then who are the people? You talk about the NNPC. Then you are talking directly that the officials of the NNPC are responsible. And we should hold them responsible for it, accountable for it. And you have a duty as a force to wash yourself clean before your people, before the nation. This argument is a very serious one. I mean, and I respect you for opening up. In fact, enlightening us. I've not been looking at that direction. But the argument of the quantity and how they have been stolen and what is required to be able to steal those quantities makes sense to anybody to agree with you. But when you have this information and it's not really pushed out to get to people to get to know what is happening, we hold you responsible. I will just submit, sir, that I think when you come to the Senate, you have one other advantage which I think you should utilize. Each time you have reason to be here, it's not out of place to let us know the challenges confronting the Navy. What are the problems? Are you equipped enough? Is it okay with the force? All these things are opportunities for you to say here, because this is where budget comes. It's not everything that the executive will see. It is we who have direct link with people, with all the sectors of the society that we can say, look, this is the area of need. So when you come here, let them get to know what are the challenges, what are the things that are required. It's not everything that even you will remember, or your head will remember to put in the money line, I mean, money bill. But when you come here, you mention it, we get to understand it. But I must salute you for the small analysis you gave. This thing you have said is punching, is an eye-opener to us. Now we have the people to look forward to. We'll now call the NNPC, we'll call the Minister of, what do you call him now? Petroleum and the other people. Yeah, that is what you have said. And your argument is superior. To me, this is something I want to hear. So we know the people to hold responsible for oil theft, not the Navy. But if the Navy, if you keep quiet, then we hold you responsible because it's your duty to defend us and defend the coastal lines. So I must thank you for coming.